I've made it clear to them that they have to be believable as trees. So we're working on a lot of like not breathing exercises or
not breathing exercises.
Todd,
Well, I've been telling Todd,
children.
you know, he is going to kill a couple of these guys. You know, every year a couple go, and that's just part of the program.
Is
That's
that
right.
true?
Well, you got to break them down to build them back up, as they say.
I feel like breaking them down to death is breaking them too far down to build them back up, Todd.
Well, there's two parts to that saying. The second one is you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet.
Those are two different sayings. I don't think those are ever said at the same time,
Break them down
Todd.
to build them up.
Well,
and you gotta
Jimmy and Joshy Wemberly, who passed away.
rest in pieces.
I think the
right.
saying's rest in peace.
Yeah.
Well, for most.
Those boys.
Apparently
think-
their bodies fell apart.
Even if a body is dismembered, I believe you still say rest in peace, guys.
But
Yes.
if you fall off,
But
if you fall off a catwalk, I mean that's a big fall.
But we all know that the Wemberlys, the rumor is that they faked their death.
And I believe it, which is one of the reasons I've been going to Colombia, is because I'm shooting my own documentary trying to find these kids.
It's called Finding the Wemberlys.
Finding the Wemberlys, yeah, tentatively titled.
All right. I can hear you.
Anyway, the limousine company's great, and I only hit 2 fire hydrants.
Yeah.
That's right.
And also, hey, I'll tell you this.
Those were not fire hydrants. Those were women dressed in red dresses.
Well, they could, yeah. Well, I don't know what to tell you then. Either way, I didn't mean to hit them. You know what I mean?
And that's what's important.
Exactly.
That's absolutely what's important.
Exactly. You know, intent is 9/10 of the law, they say. If you didn't mean to do it, that's okay.
Unfortunately, I hope those women, if those were women in that fire hydrant, which I'll tell you what, I don't know.
You mean to tell me you're not sure if they were women or fire hydrants?
Well, we didn't.
I'm not.
I believe the obituaries in the newspaper.
The Wemberly twins.
Oh my God! Rest in peace. Did you
No,
really get
this
hit
was
by a
their,
limo?
this was
These are
their
their sisters.
The Wemberly twins' sisters were hit.
Yeah,
And
by
apparently
a limo,
killed.
apparently.
That is the saddest news I've ever heard.
The very night we hit those 2 fire hydrants, those women were killed by a limo.
I'll tell you this. The people I feel bad for in this scenario are their parents. Thomas and Mary have had a tough life.
Thomas and Mary Wemberly have lost 6 sets of twins,
That's right.
which we
12
think
children.
Yeah, which I think a lot of them have faked their death. Have you found the Wemberlys yet?
I'm still searching for them because I do not believe that they died in my theater class, okay?
I don't either.
I think they faked their deaths just like the rest of them. And I'm searching hard as heck to find them, I'll tell you that right
Have you seen any? I've seen many of the photos of things that you think are the Wemberly twins.
That's
They're
right.
almost Bigfoot-esque photos.
That's right.
Very blurry.
I do have a lot of blurry photos.
You've got to get a new camera because you're up close.
Also, it looks like you're taking pictures of TV screens, and I know for a fact one of those pictures is just a picture of Arthur, the aardvark character from PBS.
Well, let's dial this back a second. I was watching PBS. Arthur came on, and I swear to God I saw the Wemberly twins.
Okay.
So I took out my camera. And as you all know, I have a disease called shaky hands. It's undiagnosed.
That's probably because all the paint you eat.
Listen, do we want to talk about my search for the Wemberly twins, or do we want to talk about my pain addiction? Because both of them are consuming my every moment.
I'm sorry.
So anyway, I'm halfway through a new bucket of baby blue, and I'm watching Arthur. And I swear to God, I see one of the Wemberly twins on the TV. So I pull out I pull out my 1973 Nikon.
So you think you see one of the Wemberly twins in an animated show?
I don't know. I don't know how they did it. I've got the FBI on the horn. They're less helpful than the local police department.
You gotta stop blowing that horn.
Now, are you calling
your house?
Listen, I've got the FBI on speed dial. Right when they pick up, I blow a horn. And I say, "You're on the horn." I got the Wemberly twins. They did not die in my theater class. One of them is starring on a PBS show.
I mean, I'd believe it. There's something up with the Wemberlys.
Yeah, well, now we got 2 others that faked their death.
I feel like this investigation can go a little bit better if you had any resources. You know what I mean? What's going on, Levis? Why don't you kick a little cash?
You said as part of your mayoral campaign that you would find all the Wemberlys.
I said I did, yeah. And then, all it takes is
an unpaid-for endorsement for finding the Wemberlys.
You're passing him a big chunk of cash.
Hey.
Well, yeah, this is the money that I just got paid to endorse the limo company, and I needed it to pay off
You
Howard.
guys, we're recording.
No, the red light's on.
Okay, we're safe. We're safe. Can you not bust us anymore?
Can I give you some money to make sure everybody knows that I am the best lunch lady? The new lady is the best.
I'll tell everybody on my rides.
All right,
Absolutely.
cool.
Everyone I give a limo ride to, I'll
Cool.
be,
And
lunch lady.
mostly everybody here at school.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm here a couple hours a day. I'll do what I can.
all right,
So
guys.
anyway,
You know what? We're
Mr.
good.
Mayoral
Levis.
campaign, and we're on again.
Look, guys. You know what?
Can't hear us, but we go to the corner of the room and we just get coffee. We don't talk really, but then we come back.
Yeah, and well, now we're back, guys. We're gonna jump into a segment here.
Now, what other suggestions do we have?
I got one here. This one is for Todd Padre. It says, Todd.
That's me.
Anonymous tip. Interesting. I think I've seen the Wemberlys in the creek. Also, did you know that they've been chipped? The local vet has their location for a price.
Well, as you all
Signed
know,
Anonymous.
As you all know, I'm producing a documentary called Finding the Wemberlys about so the twins of the Wemberly family that supposedly died in my theater class. And I think they faked their deaths, and recently more twins from the family have died. I think they're all faking their deaths. And this is a hot tip. So the Wemberlys are chipped like a dog, and all I got to do is go to the vet. This is good. I'm going to get my director in there. I'm going to get a camera, and I'm going to go in. Where did they say? The quarry?
They said they've been seen in the creek.
Okay. Well, time to get my floaties on, and I'm going to go in there and find those. This
That
is
creek,
hot.
yeah, and that creek's pretty shallow. I don't think you need floaties.
Well, we'll see. If I have to pee in there, I got something to hold me up while I'm laying down.
Smart.
Good luck with
All
that.
right, what's another one?
I got one.
Hey, if anybody else, let's keep using the suggestion tube for hot tips on finding the Wemberlys. I think that's very helpful for me. And also, any tips on how to get my wife back, let's go ahead and throw those in the tube too. Thank you very much. We got our fingers in the true crime documentary.
Oh yes,
yeah.
We're doing a sequel to Making a Murderer that follows just the ugly fat lawyer who helped the guy.
Oh yeah,
God, he's likable.
We're following that cool pervert. And he is so. You know when you see a guy and you go, what I wouldn't give to be alone in a room with this guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's just got a lot of interesting thoughts.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I want to know him. So we're
Good
doing
look,
that.
good suits.
We're releasing Finding the Wemberlys. It's finally found a home.
That is true.
That's right.
Finding the Wemberlys.
My documentary about the 6 sets of twins that I was accused of killing, but I think just disappeared.
You think just disappeared.
And now some people are calling this a mockumentary, but not for the same reasons as
Because
normal.
it's
not a fake documentary.
Yeah.
It's a documentary with a lot of mocking.
Yes. Well, there is a script that vehemently points away from you.
Yeah.
A script that everyone's following.
Right, yes.
Yeah. You could say it's not even a documentary in the slightest because we did write every line.
Everybody found their marks. They hit their lines. And
you were
they nailed the
exonerated
documentary.
by
And I
the
was
end of it.
I was exonerated.
Unofficially.
Well, yeah, in the court of public opinion, based on the documentary I directed and wrote, yeah, I was exonerated. And so if you finish that movie and still think I killed those 6 sets of twins,
12 people.
you're watching the wrong movie, okay?
Yes.
The Wemberlys are out there. We're going to find them. They're in hiding. I'm just like Robert Durst. If you come away from the Jinx thinking he's guilty, you watch the wrong fucking show.
And if that is what you're getting from it and you want to watch the right movie, there is also another documentary that clearly paints.
It's called Loose Pockets.
Yes.
It was made by the same people that made Loose Change.
Yeah.
Debunking 9/11's standard
Don't get me
theories.
wrong. I liked their first movie. Then they come after me and make one accusing me of killing 6 sets of twins. And
You
it's
were one of
like,
the biggest fans.
I was a huge fan.
In fact, that's how they found out about the story. You at a meet and greet.
Yes, I said I got to sit down with you guys. I mean, if there's anything people should be doing, it is minimalizing the deaths of 3,000 people in a terrorist attack. That's a good use of your time.
Yep.
And it's a good use of your thought. And why do conspiracy theories exist? Because they're true and they make sense.
They're true. They make so much sense.
Yeah.
They're so true.
Yeah.
I hate the word theory.
Yeah.
I hate that word.
I hate the word theory.
Yeah.
These are
hate
they should be called conspiracy science.
Yeah.
Or
Ooh, that's good.
Conspiracy facts, or
Yes.
even just conspiracy not theories.
Yeah.
That works for me.
But anyway, then they come up with this movie that is a conspiracy theory about me being a cold-blooded killer of 6 sets of twins.
Then you have a
they're
pretty
so
negative
off
past
base.
with each of.
Well,
so
yeah,
off base.
a pair of them died in my theater class when I was trying to break them down so that they could build themselves back
Mysteriously.
up. Mysteriously.
Yeah. No one.
Did it? Weren't you accused of running over a pair of the Wemberlys in red dresses?
Yeah, but it was so hard to tell.
They were fire hydrants, I believe.
That was the.
That's right.
That was the fire hydrant human debacle.
Right, fire human debacle.
Which they spend
Yeah.
too much time talking about in the.
It's a bad documentary. It's poorly made. And
Well,
it sucks.
honestly, I have many, many friends in the law community now.
Good.
So if you ever need anything, don't worry about it.
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah, because they know what'll happen if they keep pressing you. They'll have to.
They'll see me.
Court. See you in court.
See me in court.
God, we love going to court. Cheetahman, who I think is still alive and living in Cuba.
Wow.
Cheetahman.
I guarantee you, Cheetahman's down there with Tupac and the Wemberlys.
Yes, Cheetahman. God, I miss Cheetahman. A cheetah that I disguised as a Jewish student who was my prize track star. God, I miss Cheetahman. Anyway, R.I.P. Cheetahman. I'm coming for you. I'm looking for you.
Yes.
Like
yeah, he's prepubescent.
10-year-old
He's
genius.
10 years old and he's a senior.
You want to know the only reason this is hard for me to believe is because I've never heard you talk about a student the way you talk about Pod Tadre. I've never heard you have such glowing reviews.
Usually you hate your students.
Usually you hate your students, but you think he's
You've
so
allegedly
smart.
killed students in the past.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, the Wemberlys. If anybody sees the Wemberlys, let us know. We're
They
still
must be
looking for them.
around town.
What's the story with the Wemberlys again? How do we leave
The
them?
story with the Wemberlys is, well, my documentary is on Netflix. You can check it out.
Finding the Wemberlys.
Yeah, it's Finding the Wemberlys. And it's about 6 to 8 sets of twins in the Wemberly family who were all, I allegedly killed in my theater classes, and a pair that were hit allegedly by Sam.
Yeah.
And I am saying that
But
the
those-
weather.
Oh, because he thought they were a stop sign.
No,
Yeah.
they were fire hydrants.
Fire hydrant.
That's right.
And that is not alleged. That's proven. I did hit the kids. I do not know.
They didn't die, they disappeared.
Exactly.
And so the documentary is about how these 12 kids, all twins,
Are living in Cuba.
are living in Cuba. And I am not.
Cuba.
And I-
Cuba.
Cubanissimo. And so
Cubano.
there's a lot of edited photos of what I think they look like now, wearing
Yeah.
Cuban hats, smoking cigars.
Of what you think they look like now.
Right, because we haven't found them. But it's kind of like if you're in Cuba and you see this kid and I take a photo and it's a kid in a hat wearing all linens. That's
Linens,
the
not
Wemberly.
linen clothes.
No, he's
bed
wearing
sheets.
bed sheets.
And scientifically, that's called a hypothesis, right? So
Yes,
you do
that's
know
a
what you're doing.
It's a scientific hypothesis, and I'm waiting for it to be proven.
Well, wait.
So anyway, Pod Tadre, I mean, you should see this kid. Most students are just infuriating. They're
Yeah.
not as adult as I am. They're going through all of these changes and they don't know what it is and they're asking for help.
You expect the kids to be sort of your equal, and if they're not, it's a real struggle for
It's
you.
so hard to teach them how to be an adult.
Yeah.
It's just be that way. This Pod Tadre kid, I'm not having issues with at all. So I mean,
well, if you say it's not you.
Yeah, I mean,
believe
who
you.
are we to question?
for
It?
my
We're not
word.
going to sit here and roast you for it
Yeah.
the whole day.
No.
Look, and I mean, honestly, otherwise, if this is all true,
This sounds like you really are about as normal as you've ever been, Tom.
I am normal.
God, you're normal.
I'm normal.
Back to basics.
Now, Sam,
Back to basics.
Back to basics, baby. Sam. What's that? Well, we want the scarecrows out of there. I didn't put them there, if that's what you're saying.
So you're telling us that wasn't you?
No.
Todd
and
Padre
for everybody that's
is not
blaming me
Pod Tadre.
for ruining their pumpkin patches and stealing their scarecrows, it's not me, okay? There is a serial scarecrow thief on the loose. It's probably a pervert. It might be the Wemberlys trying to frame me, but it's not me.
Oh, good. That's good.
So
everything's
you
back
think
to
this is the
We're back
Wemberlys
to
trying
normal.
to frame you?
It's the most logical explanation.
Yeah.
What? I'm stealing scarecrows and I've built an elaborate lie because I won't admit I'm pretending to be a 10-year-old boy just so I can be in a school play because I've never been cast in a play otherwise.
So what's going on with Pod? Is Pod's play about your ex-wife? You escaped.
Well,
Are you under arrest? Have you been read your rights?
Well,
What's going on?
Your dorm
Todd
is under.
Padre has been is under arrest. I did what I would call a successful face-off with another man. And so you might notice that I don't look like I normally look right now.
Yeah, that's right. Who do you look like?
There's a couple of
It's somebody you know.
There's a couple choices for me.
I'll-
So you took Todd's face off.
Right.
and you put Brad Wemberly's face on your face.
Yeah, you're one of the Wemberly twins that you say you didn't kill.
And that face looks old.
So
It looks like scrapings off of like a skeleton or something
Yeah, it
glued
looks
to your
like a-
face. It's
I mean-
not like a real good face.
I don't need to explain anything.
Well.
But if you wanted to know the facts, something you could do was
I know some of the facts.
I'll tell between you guys and me.
Don't say anything about Raisin Bran.
This is listener client privilege.
Okay.
Just between you guys and me. When given the choice between a cornflake and a raisin bran.
Oh my God.
This is not a
This is
secret.
not an admission.
Listen, Todd.
Okay, yes. I cut off the face of a corpse of a boy that I killed and lied about.
Wow.
And I put that face on my face, and then I cut off my own face and put it on the corpse, and the corpse is serving 20 to life right now.
Whoa.
I was going to say, I know some of the
Whoa.
details.
For
Yeah,
what?
that-
What'd they get him for? Or what'd they get you for?
Everything the FBI was coming down on me for.
Wait, it's unbelievable. I mean, we all saw on the news them taking who they thought Todd Padre out was
Yeah,
in
short little boy.
handcuffs to the.
A short little
To the,
stiff
they were
little boy.
dragging
Short,
a
stiff
skeleton.
little boy, that's
They were
right.
dragging it. It's honestly their bad.
Yes.
Well,
And they said that. They should have said that. They
I
should
would
have said
say,
our bad.
in their defense, every time I've been arrested, I go limp and I make them drag me.
So this is sort of
That is-
repeating officer, repeating deal.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is true. He's
they
going to make himself
recognize it.
heavy.
Yeah.
He's going to make himself heavy. You just have to drag him.
It's
And
like
next to
taking
that-
a little boy home from Disneyland. You
Well,
know?
right.
I'm
right.
saying I will.
I don't love that analogy.
And I don't mean to scare you, Todd, but there is a live deposition that's going to be on the news.
It's not very live, I'll tell you that much.
Well, I'm just saying, I think the secret is going to sort of be revealed in about 25, 30 minutes when that live deposition starts happening on TV, and this dead body can't answer
And
any
is any
questions.
of the Wemberly family going to be there?
All of
Anyone that's not deceased?
I don't know why they would. They don't know their boy's corpse was dug up and had his face replaced with my face.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah,
the
I guess so.
Wemberlys will recognize
Look,
their son's skeleton.
If what
Yeah.
you
It's being-
if what you're getting at is that the request I made in 25 minutes to take leave of the wedding for a puppeteering gig.
Yeah, that's it.
It's an unrelated puppeteering gig. It's an audition for.
Well, I'm going to go through all the leave requests, and I'm going to grant a few. Okay?
Please, thank you. If you could take a look at that sometime before we get started.
And
I would
also-
You've
appreciate it.
requested
Of course I've requested.
you've
I've got a
already-
few requests.
and
to
you've already-
visit the perma crab?
Huh?
To visit the perma crab?
Well, yeah.
And
This
Really?
racist crab,
crab
is
is
not
a-
going to let us humans have the kind of day we want, and I'm not going to have it.
And I'll say this: I'm actually upset that mine was rejected upon submission.
Mahalo.
You didn't even
Well,
look at my.
submission, you know what I mean?
I don't actually.
Maybe you should have submitted a dom mission, you know? You know what I mean?
Maybe you should
Maybe I
have submitted
should've.
a domnition.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You don't remember my trial? When I used the Men in Black defense when little Lacey Wemberly died.
That's right.
I said
The Wemberlys. The Wemberlys.
I said, first of all, she disappeared. She's not dead. I'm making a documentary. And second of all, she could have been an alien.
Remind me of the Wemberly storyline.
Well, the Wemberly, it started with two twins that were in my theater class. That,
Right, the Wemberlys.
People claimed to have died because my classes were too intense. I break them down to build them back up, and I broke them down too much. I think they're in the forest somewhere, maybe by a lake, and so I've made a documentary to try to find them.
Right.
Some other Wemberlys were hit by a car, allegedly driven by Sam.
Right.
Those were fire
He
hydrants.
hit fire hydrant.
So you're
Allegedly.
saying it's true?
No, allegedly.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
He thought they were fire hydrants. Those are two other twins.
They
that
were
are-
dressed in red?
They're, yes. Of course.
So there's two sets of Wemberlys.
Well,
They're
there's-
all dead.
There's more.
there's
No,
more.
they're not dead. They're lost.
Yeah, they're gone.
lost.
They
We're
are-
finding them.
we're
Well, they
finding
weren't in hell. So either they're in heaven or they're still alive.
That's
Thank
exactly
God.
right. And
They're not dead.
believe you me, they're not in heaven.
Yeah, the Wemberlys is a tough group. Oh my
Well,
God.
that's awesome.
That's Todd Padre. You know me, only survivor of Titanic 2.
Titanic.
You're the only survivor. I didn't know that.
Only living survivor.
I'd assume that's
So
true.
Titanic 2. When did this happen again? 80s?
Well,
Late 80s?
It wasn't reported very widely, but it was a small boat that I took out with a few friends.
So you named your boat Titanic too.
Yeah, and it was
I heard it was one of the rudest names in history, of maritime history.
one of the rudest.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was.
I heard the Guinness jet ski screeched to a stop.
Slow
stop.
dock.
Missed
You
it.
can't
Missed it.
screech on
No.
water. It's tough.
No.
Skied to a slow halt.
Well,
Sloshed.
they connect the jet ski to a dolphin, so they still get the screech sound when they're kind of pulling up.
And it had pictures of all the people who had died on the Titanic on it.
In memory.
And
yeah.
the Titanic.
The
And
Titanic.
so this was a small outing with you and your friends, and they're all dead and missing.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, you know, who knows how it happened. But my friends all died on the boat.
Right.
Well, I made it out. Or missing, yeah. We still have a search party out for them.
Grandpa Wemberly was on that flight, right? Or that boat, right?
Yes.
Grandpa Wemberly.
We're still looking for Grandpa Wemberly, the only living member of the Wemberly family who apparently knew what happened to the kids.
Old Slop
I
knew.
took him out on a boat ride, and he died.
Slobs, tell us what you know about the Wemberlys.
Yeah,
because
tweet
we
at
don't
us.
remember.
Oral history or
We
whatever.
don't remember Lee. So anyway, Todd Padre, hero, American, theater teacher,
Yeah.
feminist, and that's me.
How about this? Why don't we start a little teachers lounge nostalgia hashtag? Maybe a little TBTL throwback
Hashtag
teachers
old
lounge.
crap.
Hey, yeah, here we go. Old crap.
TBTL is good. If you want to see us reunite the Wemberlys on stage at the graduation, hashtag TBTL.